They say having a jealous best friend is like sleeping with a time bomb. You don't know when it will blow up in your face. Mercy and Chiamaka were born only a few days apart in the same little Nigerian town and grew up like two stems of the same plant, always tangled together. They shared secrets and dreams about becoming famous doctors. Both girls were beautiful. Mercy had deep, thoughtful eyes and hair like soft dark clouds. Chiamaka had a smile that was like turning on a bright, powerful light bulb. It made everyone gap. The problem started around the time they turned 10. Before that, they were just two kids. But suddenly, when they walked into a room, people only seemed to see Chiamaka. "Ha! Look at Chiamaka. She's as fine as a jewel," the auntie would say, reaching out to pinch her cheek. Then, they would turn to Mercy and simply say, "Mercy is also here. She's such a good friend. Not pretty, not a jewel, just a good friend." Mercy tried to laugh it up. She would whisper, "You're a star, Chichi." But every time she said it, the word star felt heavy in her mouth, like a stone she couldn't swallow. One afternoon, a cute boy from their class, Kelechi, walked over to them after school. Mercy's heart jumped fast. She fixed her hair, hoping he would finally notice her. "Hello, my favorite girl," Kelechi said, smiling. Mercy straightened up, but Kelechi wasn't looking at her. He was looking right at Chiamaka. He held out a small, bright red hibiscus flower he had picked from the neighbor's hedge. "Chiamaka, you're the happiest person I know. This flower is for you." "Thank you, Kelechi." Kelechi then turned to Mercy, who felt her cheek burn. "Hi, Mercy." He walked away whistling, leaving Chiamaka glowing with the flower in her hair. Mercy walked home feeling angry. That night, Mercy stared at her reflection for a long time. She saw the lovely, calm girl everyone ignored. A cold, heavy feeling settled in her stomach. It wasn't the kind of jealousy that makes you sad. It was the kind that makes you calculate. "I am not just a good friend," she thought, her pretty eyes narrowing slightly in the dark. "And I won't just stand in the shadows forever. Something had to change. And if the world wouldn't notice me while Chiamaka is around, maybe it is time to make sure she's invisible." Mercy knew she couldn't hurt Chiamaka with her hands. They were best friends, after all, and everyone watched them. But the big end of the year school party was coming up, and Chiamaka had a brand new light blue dress that was the color of the sky. Everyone was talking about how beautiful Chiamaka would look. Mercy decided that Chiamaka simply wouldn't be there. The two girls were having a sleepover at Mercy's house the night before the party, while Chiamaka was brushing her teeth, humming happily about the dance. Mercy went quietly into the laundry room. She found a bottle of cold cough syrup, thick, dark, and expired by 2 years. Mercy's hand shook as she took the bottle. When Chiamaka came back, Mercy was pouring 2 glasses of mango juice. "I made them super cold," Mercy said, flashing a bright fake smile. Chiamaka thanked her and took a large gulp. Mercy watched the glass intensely. In the bottom of Chiamaka's juice, a dark swirl of the old syrup had vanished, tasting a little funny. Mercy drank her own clear juice and went to sleep. The sound started around midnight. Chiamaka woke up feeling cold and hot at the same time. Her stomach was choking like clothes in a washing machine, and soon she was violently sick. Mercy woke up with a gasp and screamed for her mother. The next few hours was a blur of worry parent. Chiamaka was so weak and pale, she couldn't lift her head. The doctor came and said it looked like a severe sudden infection or perhaps food poisoning. He gave her medicine and said she would be very sick for days. The party, the beautiful dress, and the chance to shine, all gone. Mercy held Chiamaka's hand, murmuring, Oh, Chichi, I'm so worried. What if it was the juice? We drank the same juice, didn't we? Mercy was a brilliant actress. Nobody, not even Chiamaka, suspected a thing. The next night, Mercy went to the party alone. She wore her own pretty yellow dress. For the first time, when she walked in, all eyes were on her. The handsome, older boys, even I asked her for a dance. Everyone told her how lovely she was and how sorry they were about poor Chiamaka. Mercy finally had the spotlight, but as she danced, a cold, empty nudge stayed twisted in her stomach. The joy felt thin, like weak soup. It wasn't fun when it was built on a lie and Chiamaka's suffering. Chiamaka recovered, but she was never quite the same for a few weeks. She was quieter, and her bright smile was a little faded. Still, the light couldn't be kept down forever. Soon, Chiamaka was back to being the center of attention. Mercy realized her crime had been a waste. If she wanted to dim Chiamaka's light, she needed to use something more permanent than an upset stomach. Mercy didn't stop thinking. Every time Chiamaka's loud, bright laugh filled the classroom, every time someone said, "Chiamaka is so beautiful," every time boys rushed to help her carry her books, Mercy felt that same cold nudge twist inside her. She wanted to forget what she had done with the juice, but the memory sat in her chest like a heavy stone. Life continued like this until they both finished secondary school. Then something unexpected happened. One Sunday evening, Chiamaka ran to Mercy's house, breathless and shaking with excitement. Mercy, guess what? My parents got visa. We are moving abroad next month." Mercy's heart stopped. "Abroad?" she repeated, forcing a smile. "Yes." Chiamaka twirled like an excited butterfly. "Canada. Daddy got a good job, and Mommy said life will be better for us there. Isn't that amazing?" Mercy felt her lips stretching into a smile, but inside her chest, something dark and warm was rising. Chiamaka was leaving the town, leaving the school, leaving the country. And for the first time in years, Mercy had a shocking thought. This is perfect. Everyone will finally notice her. Everyone will finally see her beauty. There will be no Chiamaka's light to stand beside. That night, Mercy danced in her room, quietly like a shadow celebrating. A month later, the day Chiamaka left, the whole street came out to hug her. People cried. People waved. Chiamaka looked like an angel in her pink sweater. "Mercy, promise you won't forget me," she said, hugging her tightly. "I won't," she whispered, but in her heart, she said, "Goodbye, Chiamaka." 10 years later, Chiamaka did not forget her hometown. Nigeria was still in her heart. When she stepped out of the airplane after 10 years, she looked like someone from a glossy magazine. Her skin glowed. Her hair was long and shiny. She wore a simple dress, but somehow, she still looked like a princess. People at the airport even turned to stare. Her parents returned with her too. They had come back to visit family, and Chiamaka wanted to see her childhood friends, especially Mercy. Mercy was 20-something now. She still lived in the same town, and even though she had tried many things, like new hair, makeup, fancy clothes, she still felt like the girl who stood behind Chiamaka. She had spent all those years comparing herself to a ghost. So when she heard the news, "Chiamaka has returned though. She's back from abroad." Mercy dropped the spoon she was holding. Her heart bounced inside her chest like a rubber ball. No. She can't just come back. The next day, Mercy went to the local supermarket to buy bread. She was choosing between 2 loaves when she heard a familiar bright voice behind her. "Mercy, is that you?" Everything in her body froze. She turned slowly, and there was Chiamaka. older, shining, smiling, that same smile from childhood that made people gasp. Mercy, look at you. You are so grown. Chiamaka laughed and hugged her tightly. Mercy's arm stayed stiff at first, then slowly she hugged her back. But something hot and sharp stabbed her heart as people in the shop whispered, "Ha, Chiamaka is more beautiful than ever. See how she's glowing. She look like someone on TV. Mercy friend don't return, no. Beautiful everywhere." Mercy smiled on the outside, but inside, the jealousy that had slept for 10 years woke up again, and this time, it was even stronger. Chiamaka didn't notice. She held Mercy's hand and said happily, "I miss you so much, my friend. Can't wait to hear everything about your life." Mercy smiled sweetly, but her mind whispered, "You can't come back. You came back to steal the spotlight again. No, not this time, not ever again." Then she hatched a new plan. A bigger one, a smarter one that would make sure Chiamaka light would never outshine her again. 10 whole years had passed, yet the same jealousy she felt as a child began to rise inside her like smoke from a cooking fire. Everyone still loved Chiamaka. Everyone still stared at her beauty. Everyone still whispered her name like she was a shining star. And Mercy, she felt like she was standing in the shadow once again, as Chiamaka held her hand and talked excitedly about their childhood memories. Mercy nodded slowly, but in her mind, a dangerous thought was growing. This time, I will not let her take the spotlight from me again. What was Mercy planning?